Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McADES Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Got a bit of a different video for you guys today, as we're going to be doing a roundup, and that roundup being the top 5 most evil Marvel Zombies from the Marvel Zombies franchise. For anyone who's been following this channel for more than a minute, you'd know Marvel Zombies is what really blew this place up, and I've been trying to diversify a bit, but you guys and the SEO gods don't really seem to like when I do things other than Marvel Zombies, so more Marvel Zombies it is. Before we hop into this video though, as always, I just wanted to let you guys know that our superhero training program is live. Physical and mental health are very important for my family and I, so we've gone ahead and crafted our own superhero training program. I offer one-on-one online training through my very own app, which aims to get you in superhero shape like your favorite superheroes from Marvel and DC movies. If you're interested in this training, you can check out our free consultations in the link below. With that out of the way though, let's get on with what you came here for, and that is the top 5 most evil Marvel Zombies. I'm definitely going to get demonetized for this video, but here we go. Number 5. Coming in at number 5, I'm going to have to give this one to Zombie Spider-Man. Now before you guys come at me saying that Zombie Spider-Man was the dude who saved this whole dimension, you're right. But we are absolutely not forgetting the absolute demon time this man was on when he first got infected. This guy, without hesitation, ate Mary Jane on sight and then immediately afterwards ate Aunt May. Even after getting cured, he had gotten teleported to another dimension and saw a younger MJ where he remarked that he wished he could taste her delicious throat all over again. My boy, he's got some problems. Let's not forget that he single-handedly and brutally killed the Sinister Six, where he straight up stabbed Doc Ock with Electro's arms, which he then used to fry and eat the man, ripped out Mysterio's brains, and blasted Venom through the heart, where he proceeded to make fun of him as he bled out. Now people don't like to remember this one, but worst of all, this guy straight up sought out a terrified Skrull mother and child who hid under a bed only for him to mock their terrible hiding space before eating them. Honestly, he just may make Anakin Skywalker seem like a good dude by comparison. Number 4, the Hulk. I think we can all agree that Zombie Hulk was an absolute menace and was just downright disgusting. He would use his size and strength to his advantage to just absolutely bully anyone in his way to get his food. He straight up ripped off Magneto's leg while he was still alive, only to get a stomach full of leg bones after he turned back into Bruce Banner, which was then too much for his organs to handle, where his stomach burst open, which he then had to bandage up, but from time to time would reach into the open wound and eat the undigested bits of flesh like a lukewarm undead refrigerator. I swear I'm not making this stuff up, it's all there. He also is the one directly responsible for the zombies getting the power cosmic, as he was the one who managed to overpower and bite the Silver Surfer's head off, which granted him and a few select of his greedy bros a fraction of Galactus's power, which they then used to kill and eat the Titan, where they got his powers, giving them the ability to travel throughout space, eating everything in sight. Let's not also forget that after 40 years of pillaging the galaxy, the zombies' hunger would eventually fade, where they returned to Earth and promised not to eat the survivors, only for Hulk to forget all that noise and immediately went to devour everybody he could find. He would go on an absolute rampage where he viciously killed half the Avengers and full-on devoured an old man, where the surviving heroes then had to pop his head when he turned back to normal to prevent any of this from happening again. Brutal as he was though, I love that he got absolutely wrecked by the ultimate version of the Thing in a fight, and oh yeah, he managed to get a hold of the Necronomicon from the Evil Dead series and use its pages as toilet paper. That just may be the most evil thing of all. Number 3, She-Hulk. Yep, got another member of the Hulk clan on the list, and that's gotta go to She-Hulk. While I'm normally an absolute fan of big tall muscle mommies, this one, not so much. While she did not have as much page time as her fellow zombie counterparts, it was her actions that pretty much set off a huge portion of this dimension's descent into hell. On this Earth, She-Hulk was close friends with the Fantastic Four, and basically had full access to the Baxter Building whenever she wanted. With this specific zombie virus, the undead would still retain their intelligence and memories from before they were infected. Once Jennifer became a zombie, she barged into the Baxter Building and used her knowledge to access the secret room, where Reed and Sue Storm kept their kids, Franklin and Valeria, to be safe, only to break in and fully consume the both of them without any shred of remorse. To make it even more disturbing, the Thing then had to hold her down while Sue was forced to pop the woman's head like a pus-filled balloon, all while Reed held the half-eaten body of Franklin. Hey man, were the writers of this story mentally okay? I'm pretty sure they aren't. This then leads us to number 2, Reed Richards. It was because of what She-Hulk did that drove poor Reed absolutely insane. Initially tasked with finding a cure for the virus, it was the loss of his children that caused so much trauma that it led him to somehow believe that the virus was the next step in human evolution. He would then purposefully infect the rest of the Fantastic Four with the virus, who in turn infected him, where they went on an absolute rampage on the shield carrier resistance base, straight up eating Nick Fury and infecting powerful types such as Iron Man and Thor. To make matters worse, Reed of course was still brilliant as ever, and given that he was now flesh-hungry and evil, he then put his intelligence to use and created a dimensional machine that would allow them access to other worlds to have an unlimited food supply. Of course, with an entire dimension's worth of infected supers picking this world's population clean, the meat supply soon ran low, where Zombie Reed then used this machine to contact a younger version of himself from the Ultimate Dimension. Using the machine's holographic abilities to appear like a cool, totally not zombie dad of a kid who was totally still alive, Zombie Reed managed to trick young Reed into coming to their infected world. Upon realizing he had been catfished, young Reed just barely managed to escape and hide out with this world's Magneto, while Zombie Reed and the Four got what they truly did this for, and that was an open window to the Ultimate Dimension. Upon making it there, the rest of the Ultimate Four were able to contain the zombies and lock them up, where they sadly played right into the Hungry Four's hands once more, where Reed used his cunning to escape and devour the building's security, where he then accessed the building's dimensional portal and used it to open another hole to the zombieverse, where he then went to invite all of his undead friends to this fresh world of flesh. He fortunately would not get too far though, as this world's Doctor Doom caught wind of this and made his way to the building, where he straight up bodied the Zombie Four and even filled Reed's brains with maggots. This story is so weird. I love it so much. Number 1. Coming in at number 1, you guys guessed it, we all knew it was coming, it's Giant Man. Who else could it be? From the get-go, even before getting infected, this guy was bad news. First off, it was confirmed this version of Hank Pym was not too good to his wife Janet, even when things were good. Once the infection broke out, the kid gloves were off. He and Black Panther were holding off zombies in the streets of New York, where the pair retreated and got to safety. Not only did he purposefully hide getting infected from Panther, but upon being outed, he then straight up knocked the guy out and brought him downstairs to his lab, where he kept and drugged him to a table so he'd have a backup snack for once he turned. Like, my man, you're not even a zombie yet and you're already stashing brothers up like human chocolate bars? What is wrong with you? Upon turning, Pym did not even try to keep away these desires and immediately gave up his humanity for this life of violence. Even when Ultimate Reed tried to escape this world with some survivors saved by Magneto, he was met by Giant Man, who with a twisted grin, said that he wanted to eat the girls first. Like, man, why do you have to be even creepier about an already creepy situation? He also would regularly visit the unconscious Black Panther between dinner breaks to saw off parts of his limbs to have as a snack, would then beat and bite his wife's head off when she found out about this, then puked up her head due to it tasting gross, and then proceeded to eat the rest of Black Panther's foot. Got the power cosmic from Silver Surfer, where he and the other superpowered zombies then toasted and ate their former friends, killed and ate Galactus, got his powers, and then went to planets like the Skrull homeworld, where he'd go into his giant form and eat warships filled with Skrulls, which he said tasted like popcorn. And then worst of all, upon coming back to Earth and seeing that Black Panther survived and had a small population of survivors, proposed turning them into a human breeding program so they can have an unlimited supply of food for the rest of time. Like, bro, this guy was absolutely cracked from the beginning. He honestly makes even Joker and Carnage seem like pretty solid dudes. Upon trying to eat Black Panther's elderly wife, he too, like the others, would be cured after going without food for so long, but upon being transported to another dimension, his hunger would come right back, where he'd cause even more havoc, such as eating a Watcher, gaining access to the Watcher's tech and transporting himself to this world Stark Industries, where he brutally attacked and infected Happy Hogan, causing an entire zombie invasion, which resulted in the deaths of both Happy and Tony. Yeah, this guy's unforgivable. He would learn more and more about the Watcher's tech and nearly gain access to the entire multiverse, that is, until he was eventually killed by a cured zombie Spider-Man who sought to end this nightmare once and for all. Hey, just to be safe, can we make sure Hank Pym is gone from like every dimension? I can't think of anyone who says he's their favorite superhero, and anyone who does, they are immediately on a watch list from me. And that is my top 5 list of the most evil Marvel zombies. I've done full gory stories on each of these guys, so if you want to check them out, I have my full Marvel Zombies playlist in the link below. Now, what are your thoughts on this? What Marvel zombie do you think was the most evil, and which is your favorite? Sound off in the comments. Also, be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. As mentioned previously, the link to our consultation form from our superhero fitness program is also in the description. Let's get ripped together this year and become the best versions of ourselves. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.